Hello friends! My name is Shayla and today I'm here to film a book haul for you. It's been a little while since I filmed a book haul. I'm not sure if these are all the books, but I'm 95% sure they're all the books. It might be like a manga here or there that didn't quite make it to my pile here, but we're just gonna go with what it is. So I've got stuff from our anniversary trip this last weekend. I've got a box from Book Outlet, and I've got a huge stack of books right next to me. So let's just dig in and get started because this video is going to get long if I don't. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the first book in the Summoner series called The Novice. I've heard this is like Pokemon-like, and that just really intrigues me. It's about people who can summon monsters to them to help them fight, and I'm really excited to see what this is really all about. Next up is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This is not a surprise at all. I've been a huge fan of the series. I read all 4 books last year, and then, well, all 5 technically, and then I picked up this one. Like, it's a crazy story. I will leave the Instagram picture that explains the story in the box below, so you can just get all the info there. But know that I've read this, a review is coming soon, but know that I loved it. Next up is Beyond Your Touch by Pat Esden. The author was kind enough to send me the sequel. She sent me the first book, A Hold on Me, and this is the sequel to that, and I am super excited to read this, and she always sends this cute little bookmark to go with it, and she's just fantastic. Thank you again, Pat. So I think I'm missing volume 2 of this one in the haul, but I've continued on with the Let's Dance a Waltz series, so I have volume 2 and 3 now. I've only seen the first 3 volumes, so I might be current, or this might be it. I don't know. We'll find out when I actually read volume 3. As you guys know from a previous wrap-up, I loved Fruits Basket. So I have collected up to volume 4. So I've got 3 and 4 down here, number 2's up there. And I don't think that was in a haul either. But just know that I am seriously adoring this series and absolutely excited to continue on for as long as I possibly can. Next up is Elite by Mercedes Lackey. I read the first book, Hunter, earlier this month, or was it last month? I don't remember. But I read it recently and I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to see where this second book goes in the series. And just this cover is beyond amazing. It's just fantastic. Next up is As Old as Time by Liz Braswell. So this is a twisted version of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. There's always one little twist to it, and the twist to this one was, what if Belle's mother cursed the Beast? So I'm excited to see how this plays out. It's fairly chunky. The other one of these that I read wasn't so long, so I'm excited to see where this goes. And April, yeah, we're gonna read this one soon. Another fairy tale retelling that I picked up recently was Never Ever by Sarah Saedi. S-A-E-D-I, Saedi, I'm guessing. And this is another Peter Pan retelling. We read Everland earlier this month, and we just kind of felt lukewarm about it, so I'm hoping this one has better results for us. Next up is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This one has been making its round around the YouTubes, and it says my battery's dying. Hold on, friends. I had to scoot over a little bit because now my camera can be plugged in because my battery pack's low. So anyways, let's continue on with this haul. So as I've been saying, I picked up My Lady Jane. It's been making its round around the booktube because I believe it was in Owl Crate, or I don't remember. It was in a subscription box. And so it's been making the rounds, and I'm excited to actually give it a read and see how I feel about it. And it has deckled edges. Oh, that just makes my heart happy. Next up, I recently read The Raven Boys and loved it, and so I picked up The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. This is book 2 in the Raven cycle, and I'm excited to continue on in this series because I've really been enjoying it. Next up are the 2 books that I got in my Go Indie Now box in August. I will leave that video down below so you can have all the info for the Go Indie Now box. It's a great subscription box that focuses on indie books. And so the first one I have here is Beautiful Nightmare by A.M. Nestler, she's actually the curator of the box. She's the creator of it. And so I'm really excited to give her book a read. I'm planning on reading it this month, so I will give you guys my thoughts on it soon. And the other one I ended up getting in the subscription box, which I think everybody else got as well, is In Rule by Holly Sparks. Now this was a zombie novel. I wasn't expecting it to be a zombie novel, and I ended up actually really enjoying it. I normally wouldn't go anywhere near a zombie novel, so that was a very pleasant surprise for me. But it's a really quick read. I really enjoyed it. I pretty much sat down and read most of it in a day, so just know that it's good. Next up is my neighborhood book club book of the month, and that is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I'd been eyeing this book for a really long time. I finally had an excuse to pick it up, so I did. I am really excited. This has been making its way around YouTube. All I know is it is about two French sisters during World War II and their experiences at home during the war. So I am really excited to give this beautiful book a read. I've heard nothing but good things. All right, so let's move on to the couple of anniversary books. So I only just picked up a couple 3 while I was there. So as you guys know, reading diversely has been a big thing we've been talking about in the book community. And I have my opinions about it, but I'm gonna kind of keep them to myself for now. I'm kind of trying to create a video. This little punk is being a punk. I'm trying to gather my thoughts enough to create a video about it. But as I was looking for a book, I actually asked the people at the King's English in Salt Lake City for a recommendation because it was their birthday, and I'm like, oh, recommend me a book. And they recommended Homegoing by Gyasi, I'm guessing. I have no idea. But I know this is the book that they chose for the Diversathon. So I'm excited to give it a read. This is about 2 black women during slavery time. And one is married off to like the lord of the house, and then the other one is working at the same house, if I understood the description correctly. So I am really excited to get this side of the story from World War II and see how I feel about it. The other one I purchased was And I Darken by Kirsten White. This was a signed copy, so that's part of why I picked it up. And secondly, I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Like, most people have ended up really loving it. So all I know is it's a Vlad the Impaler retelling, but it's also gender swapped. So Vlad the Impaler is actually a woman. So I'm really excited to see what this is all about. Plus, the cover is stunning. I've been staring at it forever, and I finally just picked it up. So the other thing they have at their bookshop that's kind of cool is blind dates with a book. So I chose a blind date with a fiction book. Let's open it up and see what my book is. So this is an advanced reader copy of Every Kind of Wanting by Gina Frangello. Let's figure out what this is about. Is it going to tell me? It's not going to tell me what this is about. But anyways, as soon as I do some more research and find out what it's about, I will let you guys know, probably on Instagram, so make sure you're following me so you know. Alrighty guys, last but not least is a book outlet box. I didn't go too crazy at book outlet. I kept it to like 7 or 8. I only spent like 20 bucks. So let's just dig in here. So the first book is Time of the Dragons by James A. Owen. This is the second book in the Age of Dragons series. Well, this is the second bind-up in the Age of Dragons series. So the books in this one are The Indigo King and The Shadow Dragons. I really enjoyed the first 2 books. I think they are really fun fantasy reads. They're a little bit lighter. They're not as dense as some of the other ones. So I am excited to continue on with this series. And I got this for such a steal because at Barnes & Noble, I would have paid 20-ish bucks for it, and I paid like 6 or 7. So I was super excited about that. All right, so this next book is I Remember You by Kathleen Davitt Bell. D-A-V-I-T-T, Bell? Anyways, so this book is about Lucas and Juliet. Lucas, the first time he sees Juliet, starts having all these memories of her, of their first kiss, their first dance, all of these other things. So he remembers her like in a past life. And the longer things go on, Juliet starts to worry because his memories become a bit more ominous. So I saw this and it just ticked boxes for me. Like, this looks like a really fun adventure with a little bit of mystery. And I am excited to read this. I mean, it was only like $1 or $2, so How can you not? So next up is Ferris by Gail Carson Levine. Yeah, Carson Levine. She wrote Ella Enchanted, and this just looked like a really fun middle grade fantasy princessy kind of story. And sometimes that's just what I want in life. So this, again, ticked boxes. It was like $1 or $2, and I thought, why not? So next up is A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. So this is one love story from 14 different points of view. The concept has always seemed interesting to me. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, so I wanted to pick it up and read it and let you guys know what I think, because it is on Book Outlet, so it's not an expensive book to find. And some of the stuff I've picked up from Book Outlet is fantastic, and so I really wanted to give this a try. Next up is The Girl at Midnight by Melissa Gray. I know that Trina from Between Chapters loved this book when she read it. It's about this magical group of people that live underneath New York City. It sounds really interesting. I know it's also a diverse book, so I am really excited to give this book a read. 2 more books, we're almost there. Oh, this first one is Eon by Allison Goodman. This is a Chinese-based fantasy novel. Reagan from over at Peruse Project loves this series and loves this author, and so I really wanted to give it a chance. And last but not least is Princess of Thorns by Stacey J. Again, this is one that's been floating around Book Outlet for a while, and I was interested to see what it was all really about, and so I decided to pick it up. I'm just going to read the little blurb on the back here real quick. I don't dream for a moment that she has cursed me as surely as she's blessed me. I am only a child, too innocent to realize that there is no salvation without sacrifice, no light without darkness, no triumph that doesn't carry the seeds of its own destruction bouncing in its pockets. So this is definitely like hero princess kind of book, and I love those kind of stories, so again, ticked my boxes, made me happy. So guys, that is it for this haul. I know this video was crazy long, and I'm sorry for that, but I just got a ton of books recently, and I wanted to show you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if you've read any of these books down in the comments below, and what you thought of them. I am so excited to hear what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!